All right, y'all, it's been 5 months since my last video, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, this wasn't the plan. I had momentum, I had goals, but life doesn't always follow the schedule that we set sometimes. And I didn't step away because I lost vision or motivation, whatever you wanna call it. I stepped away because I started executing on my motivation and my vision, actually. And now I'm finally ready to share what's been happening behind the scenes. And if you're new here, my name is Irvins, and this is Walk with Irvins, where we talk about faith, finances, and business, and actually real life growth. And not from a place of perfection, but from the middle of the process, actually. And so in January, I made my very first YouTube video. I was very proud. I was on a roll, and it was called 2025, My Breakthrough Year. And I'm actually still standing on that. But breakthrough doesn't always look like noise. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes the most important work happens when nobody's watching. And I wasn't really inactive. I was in the lab, actually. Over the last few months, I've been building something that I clearly saw a need for, with the rise of AI. And I started I've been going to the gym, but started talking to more trainers on a daily basis, trying to scale their fitness businesses. And with talking to them, I saw that there was a real gap in the market. And that's where FitClients comes in. And it's a CRM system that's built specifically for personal trainers, where they can track their sessions, manage their clients, send invoices, and stay organized within one software without being overwhelmed. And I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm refining it, making it simple, clean, and actually usable for the people who need it the most. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. This wasn't some divine, thunderclap. It was literally just me paying attention to the market, listening to the trainers that I was talking to, listening to their problems, and actually deciding to do something about it. So the first thing that I want to tell you today is do not wait for perfection. You got to move with purpose, y'all. And when I started FitClients, I had no playbook. It was just commitment to solve a real life problem and build something to actually for people to use that I'd want to use if I were in that space. And with that being said, this wasn't easy. There was a point where I almost wanted to quit, right? Where the platform didn't come together as fast as I wanted it to, where the vision felt bigger than the resources that I had. And I wondered if anybody would care, right? But every time I thought about stopping, I came back to this. You don't need confidence. You actually need clarity. And what I had clarity and I had vision. I had clarity that there was a need for the market. I was talking to the traders. I had clarity that I had the actual skills to fulfill that need, right? And clarity that I could grow by doing it. So the second thing I want to tell you today is to start small and stay faithful. You don't need to launch it with 10,000 users or a venture capitalist check that's $10,000. You literally just need to start. You need to listen and you need to stay consistent. And FitClients is still evolving. I'm talking to a lot of trainers right now. I'm gathering a lot of feedback. I'm tightening up the page, the software, the UI, and I'm actually simplifying the workflows. When I started, it was a lot more complicated. And the goal is to give people a tool that saves them time, helps them get paid, and free them up to actually train, not just to manage admin stuff. But the bigger win here is I've learned more by building this than I could have learned by watching another business podcast or another YouTube video. Sometimes your calling is hiding in what frustrates you. And I actually kept seeing trainers using 3 to 4 apps just to run their businesses, like Google Sheets, Cash App for the money, and paper notebooks to keep track. And it just didn't make sense, right? So I decided to create something better. Not because I'm smart, not because I'm the only one that could do it, but because I'm willing to do something that most people want. And that's starting before I have it all figured out, right? And that's the real message that I want you to get from this video. This isn't just about FitClients. It's about whatever you're supposed to be building at this time. That idea that you keep, ignoring, that concept that you're afraid to start, that dream that you keep putting off because it's not the right time, right? You know, that might be the thing that changes everything for you. And it's changed me. So let me ask you something. What's the one thing you know that you should have started already and you didn't? And I want you to drop it in the comments. I want to encourage you. I want to pray over it and maybe hold you accountable to it, you know? Because here's what I've learned in the past 5 months. Breakthrough doesn't come from waiting. It comes from building. And I've built. And I just started building. And now that I'm back on YouTube, that's the type of content that I'm bringing, y'all. No more fluff. No more empty motivations from all these gurus, right? Just faith, focus, and full transparency and about what it really looks like to build something meaningful in 2025. So if you're about that life, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification, and walk with me as I build FitClients where we could grow in purpose and share everything along the way. And this is the comeback, y'all. But it's not just for me. It's for anybody who's ready to stop watching and start doing, right? And I will have the demo link of FitClients down. If you do know any trainers that are willing to start, have them reach out to me so that I can have them on the app so that they can start to demo and that we can grow together, y'all. So let's make 2025 count, and I'll see you in the next video.